is just fantastic.
Captain's Log, Subdates 210830.2. To start the week off, I've got Crewman Bork unhooked, so he can wash his own bowlless sack. We'll reconnect him after we've completed some routine maintenance by using him as a pipe cleaner in the nacelles. 2020 was a fantastic year for Karens. And by fantastic I mean fantastic for us. To watch them just collapse. Watch them have meltdowns the likes of which led to the rise and popularity of them existing, because we needed a term, we needed a phrase, we needed some way of pigeonholing them, because it is amusing to watch the triggering. Now I know a lot of us don't like labels, I certainly don't, but Karens are unique, because Karens are for everyone. Karens are everyone's best friend. We like a good Karen and we like to mock them when we see them. So much so that when I was looking at Karens over the course of 2020, there are many compilation videos of the top 10 Karens of 2020. There haven't been as many anywhere near as impressive this year, but don't worry, we've got one, boys. Maybe? I don't know yet. We'll decide it when we watch it. The first from last year that I remember was the wedding, when during the exchange of the vows, the mother of the groom decided to pipe up and Karen up. It's like hulking up, but with more complaining, all the finger pointing, but no ripping of the t-shirt off. The second more notable that I remember off the top of my head concerned some kids in one of those little cars that, has a battery in it that they can drive, and a Karen rocks up and goes, "But they don't have a license for that. That's dangerous." Reckless driving in a park with a kid's toy, with the maximum speed is less than 1 kilometer an hour. At best, if it hit you in the leg and your foot wasn't planted, you may well take a knee. I guess next we can go with the lady making all the wild gesticulations from last year, with all the berry talk and waving of arms and blah blah blah. If you don't remember these, don't worry, I'm going to link a couple compilation videos as a pinned comment, because I still don't want to risk getting a strike over sources. Off the top of my head, the final one I could remember was the Karen that walked into a place and tried to cancel them because culture. I think we can all appreciate a good bit of Karening when it comes to cultural appropriation and a beverage. For 2021, there have been some Karens, yes, but in reality, they have been few and far between. To me, they're clinging onto life support like a barnacle on a ship's hull. We see a genuine one with increasing gaps between, and a lot of the newer ones can be thought of as a light beer, so essentially, piss water. So when a true and genuine Karen does in fact come along, it needs to be savoured. It needs to be cherished, relished, and heavily researched. So for this one, and for 2021, we're going to watch a video that's been doing its rounds on TikTok that has in fact garnered a considerable amount of views. 700,000, which isn't many on TikTok I've heard, but it has got 54,000 comments. That's the part that really gets my attention and makes me think perhaps this one might have some legitimacy, concerning a lady, shopping, and doing something I have never seen anyone do in any supermarket in my entire life, and that be molesting the bread. Now I'm going to preface this with the following. The person who posted this, it is them themselves that recorded it with their girlfriend. They did in fact speak to the manager because they had actually asked the lady to stop doing what she was doing. So I'm going to play the clip now.
You gonna buy the rest of them that you touched?
One half?
You touched the whole thing.
Huh?
You touched all of them. You pulled them out of the bag. Are you gonna buy them all?
Sorry, one half. Now, oh.
Yeah, but you touched and you prodded all of the rest of those.
Sorry.
Now we should just for the moment ignore the whole pandemic thing for a moment and just point out that running your hands all over X number of loaves is a bit of a dick move. It's highly unhygienic. You do realize there is no such thing as the perfect bread, right? I know someone's going to insert, but my favorite is this, therefore it is the perfect one. Shut up. It certainly, by the way, is not going to then leave other customers with what they might consider to be the perfect loaf, unless they want one that is germy and squeezed. So kindly inform me as to why you felt the need to go up to the freshly baked bread area of your supermarket, put your hand into the bag to then caress them like they were a pair of honkers, bazookas. Although since you didn't do it two at a time, I'm assuming you're more of a ass lady, caressing one cheek. You're trying to get the right firmness in your loaf, perhaps akin to something you like to fondle at home, your bread bin. So I guess now I should ask all of you, is this a real Karen? For me, I don't believe she is. She's being talked of as such in news articles, yes. But while she does exhibit some of the behavioural patterns akin to that of a Karen, ignorant, unhygienic, entitled, arrogant, know-it-all types, believing they are simply better than you, which is why they fondle everything manually, I don't believe, because there's not really enough of an outburst in this one, that she's quite Karen enough. But I am more than happy to accept being wrong in this, and that's where you all come in. You've seen the clip, you've seen some of the comments. Yes, I in fact put that on my browser and screen recorded it, because I was that bored. On the side of the archived article, I noticed a male Karen attacks airport. Weirdly, I saw the Twitter thread concerning it. She is by comparison more of a Karen, because she's sober, and the guy kicking over all the stuff and throwing things about was a drunk that allegedly beat his partner in a bathroom and was banned from getting on a flight. So he got a tad leery with the airport security. All alleged, of course. We don't want to start rumours or spread slanderous lies here. Back to the Karen though for a moment, because I'm kind of curious. When you all go shopping, say you don't do it online, I know someone's going to say it, obviously. But when you go to a shop and you buy a large amount of food or a small amount of food, whatever it is you buy, when you go up to things that are packaged, do you open them to touch them? This isn't like fruit and veg where they're open and you put them in bags sometimes, unless you buy the mixed bags from the freezer section. I'm kind of curious, because being a male, when I go shopping, if I buy fruit and veg, I don't look at them, stare and go, this one will be alright. Yeah. No, I just grab a bunch of bananas, I don't even look at them. I grab a bag of apples, I grab vegetables and fruit, and just stick them in their relevant bags and then put them in there. I don't look at them enough and analyse them. Will this give me enough that my body craves? I don't go up to the cornbread and go, but is it corn enough? That's the real question. I'm going to need a sample and some jam. Do let me know, because I'm kind of curious if you yourself do something like this with the bread. Because when I've seen bread sold like this in supermarkets, no one does it. People just go up to the bread they want to buy, they get the loaf and they naff off.